Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So today I wanted to try something a little different. I've been meaning to make this video for the longest time and I'm finally doing it. So today we're going to talk about fibromyalgia, what it is and what my first few symptoms were. So I'm going to read this because I wrote down notes. I don't want to say it wrong or incorrectly. So what is fibromyalgia? It is a chronic disorder characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain, fatigue, and tenderness in localized areas. So in a nutshell, that's what it is. But really, it is like a huge list of all kinds of symptoms. And I got a lot of them, so I can speak on this. For me, the first few symptoms were, well, the first recognizable symptoms were the pain and the fatigue. If you don't already know, I was an apprentice in the shipyard in Hawaii. I was a plastic fabricator apprentice, and we bust our butts, just plainly. We worked really, really hard. It doesn't matter, girl, guy, everybody busted their humps. So my thoughts on it was, maybe it's just pain from today. Maybe it's residual pain from yesterday. Maybe it's, you know, I worked really hard and I was tiny. I think I was like 120 pounds back then. So I assumed that it was because I worked hard and it was probably pain from that. So I kind of passed it off for a few years. And then I started to notice, second thing, I started to notice fatigue. So again, I accompanied the fatigue and the pain with my job and what I did, and I kind of just balled it up and put it aside and just kept pushing, working crazy hours and working nonstop, you know, overtime as much as I could to make that coin. And I didn't really think about it. I just kept pushing through. You know, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I have to function and be a mom and be a wife and be a worker and be everything all in one. I didn't have time to be weak. I didn't have time to be like, oh my gosh, something's wrong with me. I just had to do what I had to do, keep moving and, you know, living life. And so when I started to notice something was really wrong was when there would be days, or it's usually a day long, where I couldn't get out of bed. And to put it plainly, you feel like you were hit by a bus, and you feel like you weigh 1,000 pounds, and just like, I felt like I had good sleep, but then I woke up unrested, like completely unrested. And nothing had changed in my day-to-day. I was working the same job, and sometimes it'll hit me on a Monday, sometimes it'll hit me on a Sunday. Like it'll pick any day it wanted to pick, and I just couldn't get out of bed, so I'd have to call in sick. I couldn't go into work because I was just so tired and achy, and I felt very slow. Like my heart was beating slower and my blood pressure was low because I just felt like slow motion, just moving in slow motion. It was very weird, very weird. Later on, I found out that on those days, my blood pressure was really low. I want to say like 80/60. I gotta go look into that. I'll probably leave it around here somewhere, but it's usually really, really low, to where like even the clinicians are like, your blood pressure is really, really low. Not low, but really, really low. And over the years, I've come to know, like, okay, those are the days when I'm having my flare-ups, as they call it, to where I'm really, really sore and I'm really, really tired. Like, I cannot explain this any more than like extreme fatigue and just feeling like I haven't slept in a long time and like I'm going in slow motion. It's really weird. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what triggered it for me, where I was like, look, I need to go to the doctor because this is not normal. And to this day, they kind of just lump summed it to where they blame the fibro, and they just say, you know, it's pretty much, there's nothing showing us as doctors why this is happening to you. So, you know, they say it's a diagnosis of elimination. And because my blood work has been immaculate, and I mean immaculate, like my vitamin levels, my thyroid levels, my vitamin D, like everything, every single time they've checked has been immaculate. And they have no answer for me, you know? So it's a tough one, because it's good to know that my blood work is perfect and great and wonderful, but at the same time, it's super frustrating to really not have an answer. And their answer typically is, well, it's your fibro. So that sucks. And if you're going through that, I empathize with you. Trust me, it drives me completely bonkers. I just did blood work 2 weeks ago. Same thing, perfectly fine. They even did a sleep apnea test, and the results I got was it wasn't significant enough. I don't know what the fork that means, but that's what they gave me, and here I am, still struggling, still dealing with day-to-day fibro symptoms, and surviving, thriving, not surviving, thriving. And awareness is everything. So this is why I decided to finally do this video, is to bring awareness, because I'm sure there's a lot of us out there struggling, not having any answers from anybody, doctors and all. No answers, not even knowing what the heck is going on. But I felt like I needed to make this video, because I have so many friends too out there that are like, wait, what are your symptoms again? Wait, how about this? How about that? You know, they're constantly asking me questions, because they themselves are struggling with health issues that they have no answers for. So it sucks, but it is what it is. And you can learn to live with your fibro. You can learn to have, what is the word I'm looking for? You can learn to still have quality of life. You know, learning to manage your symptoms, to me, is number one, like period. And I had to tell myself, look, girl, you can't be working your butt off. You can't be doing everything. You're not Superwoman. I mean, I am, but you know what I mean. You don't want to be, no, you don't want to be. You don't want to feel like you're constantly in a corner and there's nobody else to help, and all you have to do is do it, you know, do it yourself. It's not what it is. That's not reality. That's not life. I have a husband, a wonderful husband. I have wonderful children. They all help me, and they know when I'm having a flare up, like they know, like, to check on me and make sure I'm okay, see if I need anything. Usually I just need to rest. I just need to relax, rest, stay at home, not drive, because that can be dangerous too. Been there, done that. Oh, good Lord. That's a whole nother video. They know, like, I know that I have to allow them to help and share the burden. I can't take it all by myself. I've tried to do it for years and years and years, and all it's done is made me more sick. So you got to learn to share the burden. Hopefully you have family that can help you, or your kids can help you. You got to teach them. But you can't take on the burden all by yourself. You have to manage it. And remember, stress. This is a hard one, I know. Stress is number one, right? So if you can learn to meditate, or you can learn to take supplements, if you can learn to practice deep breathing, if you can learn even yoga, you guys, these are all like things I actually use to manage my fibro, because it sucks living with pain every day of your life. It sucks. There's no better way to put it. It freaking sucks living with pain every single day. Like, I may look fine the rest of it, right guys? We may look fine walking around every day, smiling, laughing, making jokes. We might be the nicest people, most positive people on earth, but living with pain sucks. So you gotta learn to manage it. You have to find ways. I don't take medication. I refuse to take medication. Like, there's so much bad side effects with these medications that they want to give us, or even painkillers. I'm like, look, yo, I'm not trying to live on painkillers. I'm not trying to live on medication. Nah. So you give me a list, doc. You tell me what I need to do or what I can do to manage it on my end, and that's what I'm gonna do. You tell me I gotta move around more. Okay, I gotta move around more. You tell me I gotta eat better. Okay, I'll eat better. You tell me less sugar. I love sugar, but less sugar it is. Whatever the doctor has suggested to me, I pretty much took it and I ran with it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. Like, I make mistakes. I eat more sugar than I'm supposed to. I sometimes have my lazy days, and it's hard because with fibro, there's fatigue, right? And the doctor's like, you gotta move around, you gotta do things, you gotta be physical. And I'm like, I'm tired, I don't wanna do, you know, but you gotta force yourself. You gotta force yourself to be physical. But yeah, I just wanted to put out my first video. This is gonna be the first of many. I do wanna do another video on suggestions to manage fibro. I wanna do another video on things I've tried that has worked. I wanna do one on supplements. Like, I'm gonna do it. It might take me a little while, but here's part one, and these are the first few signs that I noticed. And then, yeah, I'll do my next one, I think, on my diagnosis and how I got there and what the doctor diagnosed me with and the suggestions he made. And I think that will be a really good video. I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope this brings awareness to, you know, this disorder, because a lot of people are living with it and not even knowing that they have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more. I'm gonna make more about fibro and my journey with fibro. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.